Hi everyone. It's kind of weird, right? Like there's like a streak. You see this right here? See that? I think that's from that light. Let me see. Hold on one second. Still there. Really weird. Okay. Anyway, when I turn it around, it won't be like that. So I'll turn this back on so you can see me. So we're doing something a little bit different today, and I'm not using a bead box at all. I am going to make a multi-strand necklace using stuff that I dug around in my stash that I have purchased either over the last years, months, weeks, days, minutes. So I went through my stuff and I have some things that I only had a few of that I absolutely love. So we're gonna mix those in. And I want it to be very, it's gonna be a lot of white and ivory in it, but there is going to be some color. There's going to be some beiges. There's going to be some bright blues, some light blues, some of this like peachy, corally, coppery color, gemstones, check glass beads, shell beads, you name it. It's going to be a conglomeration of things that I really enjoy. Sounds pretty easy, right? We'll see. So my plan is I wanted to make a shorter like 3-strand necklace, and either 2 or 3 strands. I think it might only be 2, but I want them to be, I want it to be very, I want it to be somewhat monochromatic with a little splash of color. So my color is coming from small beads, and my main part is going to be all your whites, ivories, beiges, okay? So I'm trying something a little bit different, and this is what we're gonna do. So I think I have everything in front of me that we're going to need. Chances are I do not, and I'll have to like excuse myself for a second to grab one more thing. So, but that's fine. So I'm gonna turn you around. We're gonna talk about the beads that I have laying out here on my table first and kind of go from there, all right? Okay, first we're gonna talk about beads, okay? And I have here my, oops, I forgot one more thing. I have here our whites and ivories, okay? And let's talk about these. So what I have is I have some moonstone, big, beautiful, lovely, chunky, chipped moonstone. In this little container is a conglomeration of, I have some moonstone nuggets. I have some pearls left, and I have some a few tiny moonstone hasty beads left. So this is like a little mixture of some things that I have. I took off my nail stickers. I have to scrub the top of my nails, so don't worry if I'm like picking up lint and fuzz from the top of my nails. And then in here we have some little glass like spacer beads, ivory spacer beads. We have some little ivory Saturn beads, check glass Saturn beads. We just have some regular glass, run-of-the-mill, faceted glass white beads. And this is all I had left. I have some larger ones and a couple smaller ones left. I have some shell Heishi beads. So we're gonna use those. This was what was left over from a strand from before. And I have a brand new strand here. Well, not brand new, I bought it like a long time ago. And then here I have some wavy spacers, and these are in the white and they're check glass, okay? So those are our whites. All right, so let's bring in some color. I have these really light blue. They're like a little square spacer, and they have like little pinched corners. I have some kind of like a darker light blue little seed beads, I believe these are 11O seed beads. I have more of those little square spacers. These are in like a apricot with like a with like a wash on them that makes it like kind of iridescent. Help me out with that, you guys. Losing my mind. All right, so we have those. That one looks like it doesn't have all of its little paint on there. All right, have those. We have some Botswana agate, so we have some beiges and grays, and this is faceted. Very pretty. I guess that would be more of a neutral, not really a color. And then in this one, we have some really lovely 3mm turquoise. So this is your natural turquoise, the colors, and it's faceted, little faceted beads. So that'll bring in some color and some sparkle. All right. Then the metals we are using gold. Now these are 2 different golds. So this is like gold seed bead, but I love these seed beads. These are like a 6/0 seed bead. They're so pretty and they're so shiny. And then I have my bright gold. So I'm not worried about this mixing at all because I think it's gonna look gorgeous. So we have some wavy spacers in the gold. I have some little spiral spacers in gold. And then all the rest of our stuff is in gold. So my clasp, some jump rings, some leather crimps, because we're gonna use string to string our beads, but we're gonna use this piece of leather lace for the back and for our closure. So this will be cut in half. And like I said, I want it to be somewhat shorter of a necklace. So each half is going to be, you know, the other half of your necklace, like the back half of your necklace. So we're going to be using that. So that will tie in with all this too. And I have my satin gold beading wire and crimp tubes and wire guardians close by here. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Now I want to kind of sort this by size, because if I'm going to be doing a multi-strand necklace, I want it to be, if I can do a 3-strand, which I think I might be able to do a 3-strand out of all this, I want to do like my 3 strands, just barely one bigger than the other. And I want my bigger beads to be in the center and all my smaller beads to be out and on the outside, okay? So we're gonna have to set this up strategically. And so I'm gonna pause this, I'm gonna clear this away, and I'm gonna pull out some stuff, and we're gonna start our first strand, and we're gonna just start the center and start messing with that and seeing how that works out. And don't worry, I'm not gonna have you watching for stringing 3 strands because it will take forever, but I really wanna work with this through this process with you and do something outside of a bead box, okay? So now you may not have the exact same beads as I have. I think that might be one frustration people get if they're not a video, you know, around bead boxes, because we're so used to having those, right? But you can get beads in your stash that are similar to mine in the colors that you choose and still make the same necklace. It'll just be personally yours. And I bet you right now, if you would go into your stash, most of you would have some of these exact same beads or something very similar to it, very close to it. All right, I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, so I just had an idea. What if we kind of built the center of each strand right here on the mat together? So I'm thinking that the shortest strand will have 1 of these, the next one will have 2, and then the bottom one, which will be our longer strand, will have 3 of these moonstone nuggets, okay? And then that uses them all right? And then we have some really pretty pearls. So we have, let's see what we have here. May not be able to use all the pearls, but that's okay because we could always set some aside. And we also have spacers here. So I could do probably like a light blue spacer on both sides there. Maybe do this like peachy spacer on both sides here. And then maybe this gold on this one, okay? So that's what we have so far. Now we have some pearls, so we could probably do like a couple pearls. We're gonna see like how much artistry I can actually do here. All right, so then if we did this, now we have one leftover pearl, which I will probably put on a single little strand at some point. So I'm gonna hang on to her. I'm just gonna set her aside. All right, so we have that, all right? Then we also have our moonstone. Actually, you know what? Let me think of something here. So if we did, I'm thinking just for a second, you guys. So if we did maybe like so, like this, and then up here, just to make it like different, we did some of these moonstone beads like all together, okay, and make this one kind of just very different itself, okay? So we have some of those, and then we can even mix in some of our shell beads with that, and maybe do like the tiny moonstones back here on the end. I'll have one little moonstone left. Put this in here. All right, I think we've got kind of like a base, all right? I have all these beads, and we're gonna leave them close by, and we're gonna talk about how we're going to use them as we do this. So the first thing I wanna do is I wanna measure out some beading wire. Do you guys have a good view of my table, or is this like, yeah, okay. All right, so my smallest strand, I'm cutting more than what I need, obviously, but we're gonna do the same thing for each one. And we're gonna just add, let's add about 3 inches. So if my first strand is, oh my goodness, come on. My first strand is 17.5 inches. Let's make the next strand 20.5 inches. Okay. Okay, so that's the middle strand. And then the next one will be 23.5 inches. So let's just get that measured out here. Cut that off. All right, so each one of these we are going to be building from the center out, because we want the center to be our biggest part. And now I have everything out here, but it doesn't mean this is exactly how I'm gonna put it on. We may start stringing and realize that it would look better in a different way. So let's go ahead and take our longest piece here. I have the other two just kind of off to the side for now. And let's go ahead and string on these moonstone chunks. These are so pretty. They're like, I don't want to call them nuggets, because it's like they're not even nuggets. Nuggets are, to me, are small. These are chunks. They're huge. And if I can remember where I purchased them, I'll let you know. So like, I know the moonstone All my moonstone and my pearls came from Sam's. I know that for a fact. All right. But you can find them, you know, online through other retailers as well. But that's where I got mine from. All right, so we have that. And then we have these really lovely little pearls. So let's put them on. Beautiful. And then actually I think I'm going to take these little moonstones and just they're going to come down here to this. So now let's just grab a couple of these little gold spacers, because I think I want to throw some gold right up in the front too. And then we can put a couple of little moonstone haches on there. All right. Do the same thing over on this side. There. Okay, so that's pretty. That's pretty already. I like that. So Woody's in here with me because he is he's mad. He's pouting. So he's underneath my feet right now. So if you see me like fall over out of my chair, it's because he got up really fast and knocked me over. So it's a big boy. All right, let's grab some of these. So I'm going to throw one of these on here. Let's go ahead and put some of these shell ones on here too, because I want to do some flat beads here. We are just really going to mix this up. This is going to be something really cool. All right, so we have some shell beads. Let's do the same thing over here. I haven't spent a lot of time with my stash. And I know I was telling you guys the other day that I had a lot of stuff that I've ordered and haven't put away yet. And I talked to a friend, Wendy, through email last night, and she made me realize that, I haven't really touched my own stuff in a long time. I mean, the beadbox stuff is mine too. It is mine, but the stuff that I purposely went out and bought because I love, so it's really important to kind of get back to that. And there's a lot of people who live in areas that don't have access to some of the boxes that we have, and maybe would like to see some projects as well, stuff that they have that they might have in their stash or might be more accessible to them. So after a conversation with her, over email, I'm like, you know what? I want to do more of the stuff that I picked out myself. I mean, I do want to do the bead boxes too. I love the bead boxes, but it's really important for me to do some of the things that I picked out as well, because they're obviously important to me. All right, so we're just gonna steal some of these little moonstone chips from here. And we're gonna do a couple of them here. Let's just do 2. You okay? Are you okay, buddy? I know, buddy. I know, you're mad, huh? I know. Now you're stuck underneath the desk. I know. He's pouting. He pouts so much, you guys. He's like a little spoiled baby. All right, so there is our moonstone. All right, so now I'm thinking that maybe I want to just do like a couple of these little spacers, like probably just one here, and then maybe one more here. All right, and then we can kind of come back down. So let's do, let's actually do one of these gold, nope. Let's do one of these ivory beads, and then a gold spacer, ivory bead, and a gold spacer. All right, so that's where we're at so far with that. Let's see where, okay, yeah. We don't need to go much bigger. So maybe like to here, maybe a little bit more, okay? So this is where we're at so far. Now I do have some of these beads as well. So I'm gonna grab these two that are the same size here, and we're gonna throw one on each side. Like so. All right, now I want to bring in some of my smaller beads. So we have some of these little Saturn beads. Need some of those. We have some Botswana agate. Can use some of those too. We have some of these little blue spacer beads. Some of these gorgeous little tiny seed beads. And we do not want to forget about this lovely, lovely turquoise that we have here. We definitely want to use some of this because this is beautiful. All right, so let me just cut that off. Put that in a little tray. Okay. Just don't want to spill it out all over the place. Okay, there we go. All right, so now let's see how we want to do this. So I know I want to do some little beads. Let's do a couple of these Botswana agate faceted beads right next to that white one. And I'm not going to be picky about the colors that I'm choosing for these, okay? I want these to be kind of mixed up and different. And then we can maybe do, actually let's do 3. And then maybe we can do our little Saturn spacer here. And then let's maybe do 3 more of those. Okay. All right. Let's do the same thing on this side. Oh, come on. You know, you're probably like, well, where's all the color? Like I said, I'm doing like a little splash of color, but I really want it to be very, I want it to have a lot of the whites and ivories in it. I haven't done any jewelry that is basically whites and ivories. I've never done it. And I always gravitate towards color. I wanted this to be like aesthetically pleasing too. You know what I mean? Like I want this to be worn by the bold personality, but also the person who wears a lot of whites and ivories and beiges, you know, and likes that kind of style. All All right. So this is where we're at. We're going to do some of these blue check glass spacers here. Let's do a couple of them. Let's do 3 of those. We'll do another Saturn spacer. Another Saturn bead, I mean. And 3 more of these light blue ones. Okay. And let's do the same thing over here. So I need to get some more of those out. Whoop, goodness gracious. All right. Okay, so this is what we have so far for our bottom strand.
Did you want me to go get your Reese's peanut butter?
Ice cream.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll go get it for you.
I love you. My husband is so I thought that my womanly days were over, and without going into detail, I'm sure all you ladies know exactly what I'm talking about. And then I was surprised today. And I texted my husband from work and I said, I really just need some Reese's peanut butter cup ice cream. So he just opened my door a little bit and asked me if I wanted him to go to the store to get Reese's peanut butter cup ice cream. And I said, yes, please. Like, yes. Actually, I shook my head, like enthusiastically, yes. So, yeah. I was told months ago that, you know, I'm in perimenopausal, which is great. It's been pleasurable, let me just say. So, but we won't talk anymore about that because it's not good. It's not good conversation. If we were truly all alone, ladies, we could all have this conversation just fine, and it would be great. But I can tell you, it definitely tells me all about my mood swings. I can tell you that. Okay, so this is what we have so far. I want to do just a little bit more on this side too. Oh, I went too many on there. Went just a little bit too far. All right, now let's just grab a few of these little turquoise ones. Goodness. I love little tiny beads. I have such a hard time finding the little tiny opening for my strand. All right, let me just do something real quick here. So if this is our longest one, I do want to go a little bit further. And I think I would like to just use more of this turquoise. So just to go further up. So let's put like another like 6 on each side. All right. I was just thinking it probably takes a lot to make beads this tiny. I mean, it takes a lot to make beads, period, I'm sure. But I mean, can you imagine like what kind of machine would put holes in such teeny tiny beads? It's insane. I'm always amazed by like the hand cut ones, like hand cut in India. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Somebody actually just cut that. Somebody hand cut that. All right, so here is our first strand. And I'm gonna say we're good here. So we're gonna go ahead and close this one off, all right? So let me grab my stuff that we need. I need some of these guys. Might as well just dump out a few because we're gonna need them. And I need some crimp tubes. And we're just gonna dump out what we have here too. I have a new little package of them, so, which I see how worn my bottle is, because when I reorder it, it comes like this, and I put them back in here. So that's how I've had those same bottles forever and ever. All right, so when we're gonna end this, we're gonna go ahead and put our crimp tube on and our wire guardian. Oh, I thought I had them both in there, but I didn't. I hear Marmalade talking out there. All right. My crimping pliers. And now I know for a fact that 2 strands are not going to fit through one of those teeny tiny gemstones. So we are just going to go ahead and cut this off right up here. And then just slide everything down. And then do the same thing over here. And I'm still gonna have some pretty decent sized pieces of beading wire left, which is fine because I will reuse them. I will use them. Oh my goodness gracious, come on, Jody. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm going to, after I'm done doing this one, I will build the second one on my own, and then we'll come back for the third one since we built the first one together. And then that way you guys don't have to sit there and watch me do all 3 strands. So I think that would probably be better for you. I mean, it's going to be pretty much a repeat. I'll go through anything that I did different and you'll see them. It's not like you're not going to see the strand. You'll see it. So that's what I'm going to do. Go ahead and close this one off. And then I am going to pause this. I need to let Marmalade in because he's scratching at the door. and then I'll make that other strand and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So here's the bottom one that we did together. And then here's the second one that I did off camera. And you can see it's probably about 1.5 inches on each side shorter than the other one. So that should be, well, close to 1.5 inches, I guess. That should be just about perfect. Why does that feel like it's not lining up right? Did I like miss something? Let me straighten this out. 1 second. No, that's about right. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Okay. I just was looking at it and it didn't look right for a second. All right, so let's go ahead and crimp this one closed. And we'll work on that last one together. So now I'm just looking forward to getting in the shower and then sitting down and having my bowl of ice cream after I'm done. Like, that's all I can think about right now. Part of me was like, well, I could probably finish this video tomorrow and I can enjoy my ice cream sooner. Then I'm like, Jody, you know what'll happen. You'll get distracted and you'll have to do something else, and then you'll never get this video finished, and it'll be sitting there half done and in your phone for like, 6 months, and then, yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, honey.
You want it now?
Oh, no, I'm recording. It'd be a mess if I tried eating that now while I was doing this. Got me Haagen-Dazs Reese's peanut butter, chocolate peanut butter. Looks delicious. Such a sweetheart. I'm telling you, you guys, I am very spoiled. He does such nice things for me. Maybe I shouldn't call it spoiled. We do nice things for each other because we love each other, and that's not spoiling, I don't think. He did agree to let me have a 4th cat. However, he really likes Maine Coon cats. So he says if a Maine Coon cat needs to be adopted, not purchased, adopted, because we don't want to purchase a cat. We want to just adopt, or, a Maine Coon mix, even, then I could get my 4th cat. But, so Ashley, since she does so much for Karma Cat up in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, I told her, I said, be on the lookout. So if you see like a Maine Coon mixed kitty, let me know, and I'll apply and come get him or her. And I would prefer getting my cats from a place like that anyway, because they do take really good care of their animals, and they make sure they get all their, shots, and, they're fixed and everything else. So, all right, so there we go. Okay, so now we have that. We can go ahead and I'm just gonna leave these laying flat here. We can go ahead and start that very last one. All right, so I do have one moonstone bead left, and I think we'll go ahead and use it. And instead of using this gold, I think I want to use more blue. Like, I really want some more blue in here, and I think I might bring some more color in towards the middle more. I think that would look really good. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to use, Lucy, don't scratch out, please. We're going to use this moonstone bead, and we're going to do a blue small spacer bead. These aren't even seed beads, you guys. I looked at them closer. They're just small spacer beads. That's all they are. And then we will do our light blue little spacer bead, and then our blue again. Okay, so it looks like that. So now the only difference between this strand and the rest of them is this one's going to have more color forward, okay? Otherwise, we're going to use the same materials, the same, same beads, pretty much the same white beads that we have I might have to bust open some more, but that's okay. All right, so now I don't have any more pearls, so we're not gonna do the pearls, but that's all right because it's a shorter strand. We're kind of gonna crunch this. So now that we're there, let's go ahead and grab some of these gold spacers. What are you doing? And let's put this gold spacer on. And one of these. And these are a little bit smaller, so I want to open this one up. Oh. I love the shell Ahishi beads. I have them in like a pink, I have them in a gray, I have them in this natural color. I love them. I have them in blue. These are some of my favorite beads. Okay, and we're just gonna do 3 of these. And let's do another one of these gold, let's do one of these white ones. And then do another gold spacer. And then let's do one of these blue ones. Let's do a blue spacer. I have some more moonstone chips here, but I kind of want some smaller ones. So let's take a look and see what we have here. So I'll take off some of these. You guys playing down there? All right. So let's see what we have. Okay, yeah, we have some smallish chunks, so let's do those. Let's do like 3 of these. Let's do 1 gold spacer there. Actually, we can do 2. We can do 2. And then we can do one of these white beads. Yeah, that looks good. See, now we have more color coming towards the front, some more blue. So that's gonna look nice. I'm sure there's quite a few of you out there right now going, I don't know. And you know what? You might be right. You might be right. But you never know until the product is 100% finished, right? Because you could be making it and get to a certain point and be like, I don't think I like this. But then, careful, but then you finish it anyway because you're already committed. And you're like, wait a minute, this actually looks really good. All right, so let's put this one on and then do the same thing over here. And these little blue ones. There we go. And we need some small moonstone chips. And 2 of our spacers, our wavy spacers. And our white one. We've got 1 white one left over, but that's okay. There we go. Okay, that looks cute. All right, so now let's grab this blue spacer. And we're gonna use some of the Botswana agate here in a minute. What are you doing? So I have to tell you, I was totally startled. You know, cats hack up hairballs and stuff, right? Marmalade gets hairballs really easy. We actually have a hairball treatment we give him and everything. So, but he's the only one. Like my other two cats, they don't ever throw up. I'm sitting on the couch last night, and Marmalade gives plenty of warning when he's going to do it. Like, you have enough warning to go scoop him up and move him to a non-carpeted, non-furniture area so he can take care of it, right? Not Lucy. She's like sitting on the back of the couch, and then no warning, just everywhere. And I'm like, what in the world did you just do? I have never ever seen that cat do that. And I was like, are you okay? Because I thought maybe she's getting sick. But then she was fine right after. So there must have been just one little thing that was upsetting her tummy or something. But I was shocked because I've never seen her do that before. Not ever. It was crazy. Animals, I'm telling you. They are something, but we love them. Okay, so we are getting there. We essentially want it to be about the same distance from here to here in length as it is from here to here. So this is actually, well, it's like a full inch, okay, from the top of the wire guardian to the bottom of this crimp bead. So, all right, that works. So now that we're there, let's do a couple of these blue ones. And then let's do 3 of these other blue ones. That one's got something in it, so fix that one later. All right, I'm gonna finish stringing this one, and when I get back, we'll be able to put all this together. Okay, so we're back. And I have all 3 of my strands here. So we're just gonna do a quick scoop up of all my stuff that I have laying around here. Just a real quick scoop. Because I had an idea. And I think it might be a good idea. So instead of doing both sides leather cord, how about we just do one side? So, and what I'm asking is, I mean, it'll still be on both sides, but like, if I did pliers, there we go. Don't need these right now. Get that out of my way. So we need some pliers. Let me see if this will work. So what I'm thinking is my clasp right here. Okay, following me? So my clasp down here, like so, and then this coming around the back like that, and then having the ring right here, and it can clasp on. That's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. So let me see something real quick here. I do want to put these on a jump ring though, so I'm not trying to mess with anything too much here. me see something. So right about here. All right, so I think this is gonna be just about perfect. So I think what we're going to do is I have my jump ring. I kind of don't want to use that. Hold on one second. Let me see something really quick. I want something a little bit bigger for it to clasp onto. I know I have something there. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry. I'm running through all my stuff that I haven't put away yet. Waiting for somebody to come over and volunteer to put all this stuff away. Well, this is thicker than a jump ring, so I think this might be better. It's one side of a toggle. Yeah, I think that'll work better. I want it a little bit thicker, something a little bit meatier there. And I'm just debating, I think I want to go ahead and use my little ends because I just think it's going to give it like a little bit of a cleaner look. And I just want to make sure too, when I'm doing this, that all of my pieces are laid out in the right way. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick this leather piece through here, like so. And instead of knotting it, I'm going to use these little crimps. Actually, you know what? I'm being silly. I don't need to do that because it has a little thing on it. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I have an idea. I've done this before and it ends up looking pretty decent. So if I cut the little round part off, they're pretty easy to cut off. And if you have like a sharp edge there, you can just bend it in, or if you have a file, you can file it down. Mine doesn't feel very sharp at all. All right, so we're still going to use this. Just stick that on there because I want this to loop through. I feel like it'll hang nicer if I loop it through. So let's just do this. And then we can squeeze that down. I'm going to pull this up just a little bit. Just slowly squeeze down one end and then squeeze down the other end slowly, just so you can get them positioned correctly. And then you can give the whole thing a nice firm squeeze and it's not going to go anywhere. You can cut off your excess that you don't need. And it's like it never happened. There we go. And it just gives it a nice little finished look. And we'll do the same thing over here with this one. Actually, I think this one we're gonna end up having to do like a little jump ring. Or maybe I can cut that off too. Oh yeah, that cuts really easy. Okay. Look at there. All right, and that one we're gonna wanna file down. So I'm gonna file it down after I'm done with the video. I have a little file that I can use and it'll get rid of all those little sharp edges there. It's a little metal file that just files everything right down. So you can absolutely do that. And like I said, just if it's sharp, just there's special files for jewelry. In fact, let me see if I can find mine real quick and I can show you. In case you don't have one. Where is my one? Hold on one second, I'm gonna find it. Okay, look, see, this is what it is. So it's just a little file and you can just file it. And it gets rid of any like rough edges. when you make ear wires, you use this on the end of your ear wire to round out that end so it's not sharp and pointy, sticking in someone's ear and hurting them. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and cut this off. File that down. And I got like a set of 3 on Amazon for like 10 bucks. So if you don't have any, I mean, they absolutely come in handy, especially if you're performing surgery on your own pieces like I am doing right now. If we just put this through here. Oh, let me stick this on first. Cheeto, do you want out now too? My goodness, you guys. Hold on. I actually don't want a lot. I don't want a lot of length, so we're gonna get rid of quite a bit here. Let's go all the way up to here. Let me put that through here. Okay, guys, I'm doing fine. I really am. Oh, I know it must not seem it, but I am. I'm doing just fine. Okay. There we go. And then we can just, let's make sure that's straight. Just squish it down, and then you can give it a nice good firm squish to make sure it's like locked in there. And once you have these on, they're not going anywhere, you guys. No glue is needed. And there we go. So I'm gonna throw this on real quick. I'm gonna take my necklace off that I'm wearing and we will take a look at it. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, I'm putting my hands underneath it because I'm wearing a patterned shirt, but this is how it lays. And you can see the different colors, and the clasp is right here. So I actually think I'm going to shorten it a little bit though, probably about like 2 inches. So it lays like this. But then again, I don't know. I kind of like it long too. So I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you think? Shorter or longer? Or keep it the same or make it shorter, like where I moved it. So I'm taking a poll. But anyway, this is how it turned out, and I actually really love it. I think it looks really pretty, and you can see that there is some color in it, but it's not too much color, and it is kind of monochromatic in a way, with a little splash of color. But I really like the way it turned out. I hope you guys like it too. This is just me going off of what I have and my own creativity, and I hope you guys like it. All right, everyone, I'll talk to you soon. Much love to you all. Bye.